What's up, Dan Blewett here. So we're gonna go over off-angle throws for catchers. And what I mean by this is when you get a bunt, for example, or say you block a ball and it goes forward into fair territory, the field is so short and girls are so fast, you're gonna have to really hustle up there and grab it, and you might not have time to bring it to your center and make a sort of quote-unquote standard over-the-top throw. So on these plays, a lot of times you'll have to barehand it, and you'll have to make kind of like an off-angle throw is kind of what I call it. Whether that's, if your standard over-the-top throw is here, anything below that, whether it's sidearm or down here on the run, call that a different angle and off angle. So with these throws, the mechanics are pretty simple, but it's something you definitely need to practice if you want to get good at it and you want to get some pop and some velocity on those throws. So today in this video, we're going to go over a couple of the simple techniques that you want to make sure you're good at, the things you can practice, and then I'll show you how to do some of this stuff as a catcher. Okay, so anytime we're going to make a throw that's going to be sidearm or a lower angle, and this could be an infielder, this could be a catcher on the run, there's a couple things that have to happen. Number one, we have to pull the ball close to our throwing arm pec. So this is our pectoralis muscle, our chest muscle. We need to get the ball here so that we have this tightened joint angle. So we can't be really at 90 on these kinds of throws, and we definitely can't be farther out than 90. We need to be pretty tight because we're gonna get less from our body, so we need to get more power from our arm sort of unraveling as we lay back into external rotation and then internal rotation. So when you pick up a ball either as an infielder and you're gonna make a quick sidearm type throw, or you're fielding, say you're scooping up a ball on the run, throwing across your body, getting to this angle again is it's really crucial. That's where you're gonna get your power. So when you pick it up, basically the action is really simple. You're gonna pull your shoulder blade back, which is gonna get your arm in this position, but we just wanna make sure we're not up here. We're basically bringing the ball to our pec. So if we're getting somewhere in here, again, like you're pulling a bow and arrow, or if you're Superman, like ripping open your street clothes to go save somebody, once we get the ball here, we're gonna pull it in like that. And then from that position, we're pretty much locked and loaded, and you can see my elbow kind of pulled behind my body. Now, I can get my arm into it as I make my throw. So as this pertains to a catcher, you're gonna make this throw on a ball that kind of scoots away from you. Whether you blocked one and it's back here and maybe you have to move quick and get that throw off, or there's a bunt in front of you, now we've got to get around it and all in one motion, get here and make our throw. And so one of the things that's really important to getting a runner, especially a fast runner at first base, on a pretty decent bunt is getting your feet aligned before you make the throw. So they drop down a bunt, you scramble after it. What you don't want to do is run right at it and then have to turn and throw. So what we need to do is get around it, and this is where that throwing technique comes in, and now all in one motion, I'm going to pull back and probably have to make a sidearm throw if I'm going to have any chance of getting them. Remember, most players who are going to bunt for a hit are going to be pretty fast. So we're going to have to do this quick and get it off. Now, if you have time and you can shuffle through it and you can get around and come up and go over the top, that's perfectly fine. But again, with everything, the best players in the world are really good athletes and they're really good at improvising. So their arm and their body is just going to do what it feels is best to make the play. So that could be this over the top angle, but if it's, in a quick hurry, it could be this low angle. The goal is that I can pick the ball up and my body can make the decision based on my body position, whether it's here or over the top. I can decide that without thinking because I practiced all of it and I have the mechanics to do it. So if I'm picking up the ball and my arm is like this, I'm not gonna have the throwing mechanics to get any oomph on it and get anybody out. If I pull the ball in here, I can go over top, I can go sidearm, I can go low if it dictates it, and I'll still get enough zip on it to get it out. So no matter how you end up doing it, what's really crucial is that we get to this sort of bow and arrow position with the ball near our chest, and now as I get around the ball, I can make the play however I need to, okay? So just remember, these plays that are really dynamic, that are really kind of improvised, they take a lot of athleticism, they take practice. So if you're not practicing something like this at your team practices or in games, make sure you put aside some time and do that. This could be something you do when you're warming up before a game. It could be something you just do in your backyard with your mom, your dad, your brother, sister, your friends, but working on improvised throws from different angles, getting your feet to your target all in one motion, those are things that high-level players do, and we want to make sure that's got some place in your practice plan, that not everything is just I field or I block and I throw over top. Throw from different arm angles, get your feet moving in different directions, and make different types of throws, and figure out what you can do. Because as a catcher, you know, runners are going to be moving, a lot of stuff happens, you got to block, recover, figure out where the ball is, start scrambling, pick up the ball, and get an out. There's a lot going on. So the more you're good at improvising, and the more athleticism you have, and the more you try to develop that athleticism into softball skills, the better you're going to be on game day. All right, so if you enjoyed this video, definitely hit the subscribe button, the like button, and share it with a friend, and I'll see you in the next one.